Okay, well, we're going to try to demonstrate the some elements of the Gestalt therapy into this role-playing session. What brings you here today, Kari?
Well, I'm feeling very, very stressed out. Really stressed out about work. And, I've thought about it. If I tried to explain it to you, it probably wouldn't even make any sense. I don't really have a stressful job per se. I like my customers. I like my coworkers. But I just find myself really, really stressed out, such to the point that I would quit today if I felt like I wouldn't be leaving my coworkers in the lurch and we didn't depend on the income. Uh, I would just up and walk away. I'm not one of these people that wants a pill to fix everything, but I'm almost to that point. I'm so stressed out. I lose sleep. I dread going to work every single day. So I thought I'd come talk to you and see if you could help me out.
Well, can you tell me about the relationships that you have with people at work that are negative, maybe?
Well, like I said, I have good relationships with our customers. They're great most of the time. Not much of a problem there. I love my coworkers. That's why I took the job. That's what I thought was a great thing about my job. Um, my bosses, they're good people. Um,
They're good people, but
well, there's just sort of a tumultuous, unsteady feeling in the air that I think it comes from their management style, maybe.
Can you describe that to me a little bit?
Well, like for instance, say if there was a customer complaint. Ideally, since we work really closely with our customers as representatives, they would come to us and we would work it out. That's the ideal. And if not, then we would take it to one of our managers and they would they would evaluate both sides, come to a fair decision and solution for everybody involved. That would be the ideal.
Well, can I interrupt for a moment?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you describing sort of in general what might take place.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you to do something for me? Just personalize this complaint, not describing so much what happens in general, but can you personalize this and talk about an event that happened to you, maybe an example of this, and speak in the first person rather than just descriptively in the third?
Okay. Well, for instance, I had a customer that was, it seemed like everything worked out really good. There was a timing delay to where we were unable to complete the process at that time because there was a delay in the customer finishing. They just ran out of time. It was a company policy. We'd have to reset and start again. I'd explained that to the customer, and she accepted the answer from me, but I could tell she was still a little bit, um, understandably disappointed, upset about it. So I went and talked to my boss, and she explained to her the situation, everything that had happened, and she represented to me, everything's going to be okay. I understand your point of view. That's how it should be handled. Just to let her know in case the customer came to her that that's what had happened. As it turned out, the customer did come to her, and apparently she represented it differently to the customer, told the customer something, basically made promises, and then came back on me and just came down really hard on me as if I had done something wrong. And previously she had told me that I had handled it correctly.
What did she say to you when she came down hard on you?
Well, she just said that, that customer's always right kind of line, and that I need to go back and change it and fix it, without really giving much regard to, again, company policy and also how it was going to affect other customers that were depending on making sure that everything happened in a timely manner, and also the precedent that it was going to be setting.
What did you say to your boss?
I mean, what can you say? You're uh, you just say yes, sir, and
You just say that, or
well,
or you a person,
a person
or
says
you
that.
personally?
I
You say yes.
I say yes, sir, and
How do you feel about that?
well, I felt a little blindsided and lied to because I mean, we had an understanding. You know, she had represented to me that it was going to be this way, and then it wasn't. And I'm not the only person that this has happened to. So a lot of us are feeling kind of like we don't know from one day to the next, you know, what we're going to walk into.
Why can't you share your concerns with your boss? You ever tried that? If you have, what happened?
Well, no. I have known some other coworkers who have expressed concern, depending on how close their relationship is with him. It's gone from mildly bad to becoming public enemy number one if they didn't have that super close relationship with them. And you don't want to be public enemy number one. So,
how would you describe your mood towards your boss, your feelings towards your boss?
I don't know. I guess it's normal. Don't most people have issues with their boss? I guess it's normal.
Well, let me ask you to do something. I'm going to ask you to do a little role play with me. I want you to pretend, just for a few moments, that I'm your boss. That you could say to me what you're feeling right now about the way he deals with you, and the way he listens, the way he deals with customers, the things he's done to you that you don't believe are right and fair. And I want you to express that to me. I want you to pretend like I'm him. And there's no ramifications. I just want you to express what you feel right now.
Okay. Mr. Smith, when people say one thing to one set of people and another thing to other people, it makes everyone around them feel like they don't know where they stand.
Is this what I'm doing? I'm Mr. Smith, remember? Is this what I'm doing?
Well, for instance, when your employees come to you and we let you know about a potential problem, and you tell us that we've handled it correctly, and then you turn around and tell the customer.
Are you speaking for my employees, or are you speaking for yourself? Oh, I'm trying to process what you're saying.
Well, I guess just for me.
Okay. Speak for you.
When you tell me that I've handled the situation correctly, and that you've got my back, and that if the customer comes to you, you assure me that everything's been done right, and then you speak to that customer and tell them that you're going to have everything changed and come back on and put it all back on me, it makes me feel.
So you're saying that I'm lying? Remember, I'm Mr. Smith.
Right.
Am I lying to you?
Yes. You are being deceptive to me. And I shouldn't have to feel like I can't trust my own boss. If I come to you and give you fair warning and ask you what you think about how I've handled the situation, then I should feel confident in your answer to me.
So I'm hearing you tell me that you're angry with me.
I am. I shouldn't have to come to work and feel this way. I shouldn't have to feel like I never know what's going to happen, that you don't have my back when you tell me that you do. I shouldn't have to feel like that. Nobody should have to feel like that.
Do you feel better now?
I'm kidding there.
Okay. I think that's about our 10 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you know how to turn it off?